This video is on Dawson, one of the most underrated quarterbacks of the 60s. He's not up there with Bart Starr or Johnny Unitas or Joe Willie Namath, who I've already made a video on. Unitas and Starr's videos will come later on. But we're going to talk about Lenney. Lenney was he's probably one of the most underrated guys that has ever played the quarterback position. Because I have his stuff pulled up here. He's a 7-time Pro Bowler, 1-time Super Bowl champion, but think about it. He is a 3-time AFL champion. 3-time AFL champion. So technically, he won 4 NFL championships, but not counting. It doesn't count as a Super Bowl. So it's basically like Julius Erving in the ABA. So he won an ABA championship, but they really don't care about that. They don't really only care about the NBA championship. But that's just how it works, sadly. But we'll bring his stuff up. We're gonna bring his stuff up right here. So he played on Pittsburgh. He even played on Cleveland. He even played on the early version of the Kansas City Chiefs, which was called the Dallas Texans. Crazy, not the Dallas Cowboys, but the Dallas Texans. See, Lenney's also a 60s quarterback, right? So his stats are not going to jump off the page. The most he ever threw in a season was almost 2,879 yards. Yeah, you think about that, you're like, that's nothing. Yeah, because you're thinking about it in modern day context. See, if Mahomie never existed, this would still be Kansas City's best quarterback. I mean, I guess you got Trent Green. You got, who's that guy? Matt Castle. Trent Green was there. Matt Castle. Alex Smith. I didn't make a video on him because he was super, I wouldn't say underrated, but like he did not live up to his potential at all. But this is not shitting on Alex Smith's video. But like, he was a very, very efficient quarterback for the time. But yeah, keeping it short and sweet, Len Dawson won the Super Bowl in 1970 against the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings have a history of just never winning the Super Bowl because I guess they just can't do it. I don't know why they can't. They just can't. But it was on January 11th, 1970. They beat the Minnesota Vikings 23-7. And Len Dawson was also the MVP. And I also liked it when they had the Super Bowl in like these college stadiums. Like they used to have it in Tulane, the Orange Bowl, the Memorial Coliseum. It was pretty cool when they had it in those stadiums, but they don't do that anymore because they're too good for that. But Len Dawson, pretty much keeping it short and sweet because I think I'm gonna make the other ones a little longer. Unitas and fucking Bart Starr because I'm not saying they're more important than Lenney, but Lenney was still one of those guys, if you know what I mean. He still could get out there and play with the best of them because he did play against Joe, he played against Johnny and all of them, so he was still doing his thing out there. But that's going to end it here. There's going to be 2 videos coming today, actually. 2 videos. There's going to be a Marvel Rivals one, and there's going to be this one. So, hey, stay tuned. And I don't know if it's just me, but the Hank Schramm glaze, I understand he was his coach. And I know Hank Schramm ran the X's and the O's and did all the innovative shit, but damn, Lenney was the one out there executing that shit. Because if you look at the America's game, or the 1969 NFL Network America's game, it is literally glazing Hank Schramm the whole entire America's game. I understand Hank Schramm did a good part, but damn. Like, holy shit. Like, damn, bruh. That shit glazed harder than when Tom Brady was on America's game. And I know Tom Brady got glazed out of his freaking mind there, but damn, bruh. Like, give Lenney a chance. Like, holy moly.